Okay, you're going to be changing out tile on the floor to have correct low-light tile. If you look closely, you can see where the sink football is. There's also another section right here. You can see there's a low area that cups water. So I'm going to show you how to take that out and replace it. First area that you have to address is the grout underneath the tile. I just use a hand score with a carbide tip, just a small area. It reduces the mess. Then once you're down, you want to get your tile started. I just use a hand chisel. Okay, once you get your first one out, usually it's a little easier to remove from there out. When I get underneath it with your chisel, and then just strike at it. And you'll see the tile will start to come up very easily from there. And that gets you started. So we'll finish taking this section out and get back with you. Okay, once you get your field area out, then what you need to do is you need to manually clean this grout here, being very careful that you don't chip the tile, because then you'll have to take that one out also. Okay, once your tile is removed, and you want to make sure you have a nice clean edge here, and you want to manually scrape the bit. Any burrs. And make sure you have a flush set. And whisk that, clean that up. Set tile. Okay, this is what the final should look like before you retile. Everything should be cleaned. Bed is scratched. You want to make sure that anything that's loose or chunks or rocks is going to keep the tile from laying flat or up and out. And then my suggestion is to dry fit the tile before you do any mud work. Alright, so this is our dry spot, or dry fit, what's being replaced. And you can see this is before mortar is applied. This is just dry. And what you can see is you can still see the original football reshaping, which is right here, which is a low lie. So when this gets moved, we have to make sure that this bed area right here just a little bit thicker than what's here on the sides and a perimeter, and that'll raise that up and get rid of that impression, which will be a water collector. Okay, once the patch areas are in place, their speed set in, so everything is actually dry. We're about 2 hours after they were set. Speed set up pure within 15 minutes. We can walk on it within an hour. Alright, these are the areas to regrout. And it was a pretty simple exchange. Mainly we're just replacing where there was like an indentation, a wall, where the wet bed wasn't originally as flared down to the drain as it should have been. These three particular areas were areas that were cupping water. So now, if you take a look now, by the time we're done and we grab this back out, we should be in a pretty decent position, at least drain 99% of the water without having evaporation to take place. So let's grout it out and see how it looks. Okay, that's the finished product. After grout, sponge out clean. Okay, these are our three areas. And we just need to let it dry.
About a day or two, and then I'll seal the grout and we'll be able to test it out.
Alright, your hardest part on this job is obviously removing the tile. You gotta do them one by one, clean them as you go. So hopefully this will correct the issue here.